Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it is June 8th, 2025. This morning, one of the things I need to do is get as many of the things that were in the collapsed workshop that ended up getting shoved into the still standing workshop, and everything just got jam-packed into different spaces, and we want to get the remainder of the stuff that was damaged or whatever brought down here into the shipping containers. And Kelsey, the public adjuster, already went through lots and lots of things. I still have more shelving units to get up and all, but like today I'm bringing down different things. So some of our reef aquarium stuff, some of our harvesting supplies, straps for all my different work projects that I've got here, more reef. So for years my enjoyment, one of my hobbies, was having the reef systems, and we just have one reef aquarium set up now, just a single 210 gallon system. So we have all these that were stored in the workshop on the various shelving units and all along the mezzanine. So they all got shoved in here. Some are damaged, some are okay. So that's what I'm doing. So we'll see how the day goes. I'm just basically going back and forth, trying to get as many things down here. I've got more tools that got damaged that got to come in here as well. Light stands and magnifying stands, so I'm working on benches and all. So we'll get those things down here and take the day as it goes. Not sure what it'll end up, this video will be like yet. It'll be a surprise. I guess this is sort of a public service announcement. So here's a snapping turtle, female, laying eggs, and you'll find them and painted turtles right now. You may see a wood turtle every once in a while, but in this area we don't see too many. And so she just wants to be left alone. She's covering up her eggs right now. So there'll be little holes all over the place. The painted turtles are out now. Yesterday I saw 2, the day before I saw 3. So the females are out depositing their eggs. So just be mindful when you're driving along, you see that little dark thing on the road and all, and they're heading across the road. Lots of them get fractured shells. And when we ran the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, we used to repair the shells and all. And there still are wildlife rehabilitators around in case you run into them. But it's always nice if you can pull over safely, and you just bring a flat shovel with you if you're nervous about it, and you can scoop underneath the turtle and go. If they're heading in one direction, put them in the direction that they're headed if you see them crossing the road, because they'll just keep trying to get to that point. Nature is causing them to want to get over there to that side of the road or whatever. And they're just out depositing their eggs. So the snappers will often be climbing, so if you got compost pile or you've got a mulch pile and all, they love climbing up in those and depositing their eggs. We get them all the time in our piles as well. So while I was driving by here, I saw her there, so I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about the turtles. So this is the time of year, June. We see it all the time. Well, it has been a productive day, steady work. So what did I get done today? Sorry there wasn't any video time lapse. It's me going back and forth with Doge there. And I gotta say, the having a large bed again to be able to put stuff in, this Kubota is fantastic. And of course this one flips down for 4 seats, and but this bed is just fantastic. Now it has a dump function. If I get a bunch of dirt in here from when I'm doing transplants and all, I'll go ahead and use the hydraulic dump on it. But for the most part, this thing is just fantastic. A long enough bed, I can get quite a few things in it. I mean, this will handle as much as many small pickup trucks will, which has been really handy. So my shelving brackets that I ordered from Amazon, I put a link in a couple of videos ago to them. 2 of them are delayed until Wednesday, I guess. But one of them did come in today. And so I got a few more brackets put together, 2 more. I got 4 brackets come in one package. So these 2 I did today. which I'll be able to work on the shelving units in here, which these shelving units really make a big difference as far as what you're able to get into the system. I'll show you, this is where I worked over here today. Got some stuff below it. These end ones here, I didn't put boards on. Well, Todd and I didn't put boards on. We're going to be putting pipes and other materials, which is for this open end in here, easy to access. But let's come around in here. And so with these shelving units, I really can get quite a few things stacked up on there. And you have room down below to put things as well. So that really makes a world of difference. And of course, we had way too much stuff. And all, but we're getting stuff out here bit by bit. Bit by bit. But these shelving units, and we either used, that's it, make noise, Kevin. We either used 2x10s, these were 2x10s, and the other one we used some 2x6s and 2x8s. There's some 2x8s, I think, right up there. And then where they don't, there's a seam and it doesn't end up on a shelving bracket here, we put a piece of the 1/2-inch plywood, screw it to the board, and that works fine. You can put tons of weight on them, works really well. And so I still have, so I'm trying to get as much done in the lower shop. I've still got quite a few things in the lower shop that have got to come out here. I didn't work on this one yet. This one here is one that we have the rolling shelves in, and I'm gonna, after I get the other 2 boxes, and then we'll have enough to do a full shelving unit right down here, I'll pull those out forward so we can get double rows of shelving in here, because we still have the stuff that's in the work area, the coop, the sugar shack, you know, a 44x66 where you have all that storage up above and all, really works out. So here's a good shot of this shelving unit here. And so tomorrow I'll probably be filling this one up. But things are going along pretty well. Really works great. You'd see here's the plywood here, because the boards ended right here instead of cutting boards. And the 2x work much better. They're stronger than the 1x. These are 1x12s here, or 1x10s. These are 1x, I don't remember. I think these are 1x12s there. These are 2x6s here, so 3 2x6s work out okay. Splice them together. Todd did a good job putting all the screws in here to help hold them together. So this shelving unit worked out really well. So tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to fill this one up. And then Tuesday, Kelsey's scheduled to come back out and do some more inventory on the things that I'm putting in here now. Then hopefully if the shelving brackets come on Wednesday, and they usually come at nighttime, then I'll get more boards up, get those shelving brackets together on Thursday, and hopefully get more boards up on Thursday. And then Friday, start moving the rest of the stuff down here. Just a very long, drawn out process. And it's not much of a distance, and we got over 50 miles on Doge, and only have had that for just a couple of weeks, and it's just been going back and forth. Except for just a couple of trips we took down to the beaver pond and all. So as a little break for Thea, Thea was at the computer all day today. So I took her for a ride down to the new pond and down to the beaver ponds. And we used the Merlin app from Cornell University. Todd was talking about hearing the different bird sounds down here and recording it. And I've done that in the past. I'll have to do some more recording and all of the sounds here. There's the diversity of birds, and then certainly all the frogs and toads and all. And you can hear a whole diverse orchestra down around the ponds there as well. So we're using the Merlin app, and that app, you can just start it and it'll start recording, and it'll identify the birds. So the rose-breasted grosbeak, the crows, the Canada geese, the three different warblers, a couple of different types of songbirds, a couple wrens. I'm trying to think of the goldfinches, cardinals. Well, I can't think of them all right now. But that app is really good. So if you haven't tried that, that's really, really cool one. So it'll help you to identify the different bird songs. And there's a little graph as well, so you can actually see. So when a nuthatch, or you can see the phonogram. You can actually see the audio peaks in a graphic form at the same time. So really cool. So not much recording this time, but just wanted to share what we got done today. It was a good day, not too hot, a little bit of breeze, overcast partially, sunshine some of the day as well, but was able to get quite a bit done. So anyways, that's going to wrap this video up. I really appreciate you folks watching, appreciate your comments, your suggestions, your thumbs up, all of those things really help our channel and gives me a little inspiration to record more. So once again, I hope you folks stay safe and take care and enjoy your day. Bye-bye now.